muse makers, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a fun tutorial on how to paint some fireflies. So my paints that I'm working with today are black, white, orange, yellow, dark blue, and light blue. I have some mixing plates to mix up my colors. I have 3 different paintbrushes today. I am working with one flat square brush, it's nice and large, one medium flat brush that's round at the end, and one small pointy brush for fine details. I also have something with some water in it and some paper towels. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to grab our biggest flat square brush to mix up our background colors. So first, we're going to start off by grabbing one big scoop of our dark blue and adding just a small touch of black to create a lovely midnight blue shade. Then from there, we're going to start maybe a couple inches down from the top on both sides and then draw a nice smiley face to connect those lines together. We're going to take this color and fill everything above that line. Next, we're going to get a clean brush and get a scoop of white and a scoop of our light blue to create a very contrasting lighter blue. We're going to throw this right underneath our dark blue and then slowly work up to blend it into our dark blue so we have a nice gradient. Now we're going to take that lighter blue and bring it down another couple of inches so we're about halfway down where it droops in the middle. Then we're going to be taking some black paint with our large brush and filling up everything below that blue, all the way up to it. Then we're going to take our small pointy brush in black paint and create a tree line. We're simply just going to tap along the edge to create a different texture. Now before we do anything else to our painting, we need to let it dry. Give yourself about 10 to 15 minutes. Once you're back, grab your medium brush and we're going to be mixing up a lovely sunset yellow with a little bit of white, big scoop of yellow, and just a touch of orange. To create the shape for our mason jar, we're going to take the edge of our brush to the side and we're going to draw a nice parentheses-like shape. Not a straight line, but one that's curved. Do the same thing to the opposite side. And to connect those lines, we're going to be drawing not a straight line across at the top, but one that curves in, sort of like a smiley face. Once you have the basic shape, then you can take this color and fill it all in. We will do a second layer of this later on, so if you see through it a little bit, no worries. Now, while we let that dry, we're going to work on some other parts of our mason jar. With our small pointy brush, we're going to be grabbing some white paint. We're going to start with the rim of our mason jar, so kind of mimicking the top shape of that yellow shape we created, and then making one on the opposite top side to create this really flat oval. Drawing a line right through the middle, and then taking that white paint to draw a line on either side of our mason jar to complete it. Next, we're going to be creating the basic color for our fireflies. With our small pointy brush, grab a scoop of white and a scoop of yellow. We are then going to take our brush and just put a little dot where we want all of our fireflies to be. The big ones and the small ones. Then to add the texture to our fireflies, we're simply going to swirl the color around and use our finger to blur it out. Now we're going to identify which ones are going to be larger by simply taking that more sunset yellow that we created for the mason jar and putting a little bit in just 2 or 3 of these. Then we're going to be taking some white paint on actually the back handle of our brush and poking the center of the rest of the fireflies with white. Sticking with the handle and the white paint, we're going to poke some stars throughout the top of our sky. Next, we're going to get back into our medium brush and add that second layer into our mason jar. Once that is complete, we're going to be taking some white paint on a small brush and poking a dot where the fireflies inside our jar are going to be. Then with that white paint, we're going to do that same swirling texture, just not with the finger at the end, right, because the yellow paint's still wet. We're going to swirl, swirl, swirl and create the firefly effect. To the fireflies that are not going to be larger, we're going to take the back handle of our brush in white and poke white right in the center. We're going to take one more small dry break before we continue. Once it's dry, take a small pointy brush in black paint and we're going to focus on the fireflies. For the basic shape, we're going to start at the top of that circle that we've created where our fireflies are going to be. And we're going to create just a little tiny line and then 2 lines coming out from that, almost like an arrowhead. Then in the corners of each of those lines, we're going to draw this sort of smiley face, rainbow shape, a little U underneath. And that's the basic shape for our fireflies. We're going to add that to every single one of them. And the last step is to take a little bit of white paint and shimmy it right into the tail of our fireflies to make them glow. Now we'd love to see what you're painting at home, so don't forget to post on social media and tag us at muse_paintbar so we can check them out. If you want to see more tutorials from our channel, make sure you like and subscribe. And with that, don't forget to always paint outside the lines.